Flying cars, we've been promised them for like forever, right? But what if I told you the real game changer isn't the car itself, but the factory that's already built to pump them out by the thousands?
And nope, this isn't some CGI from a movie. This is the real deal. It's the flying part of a car that, yeah, you can also just drive down the street like any other car.
So you gotta wonder, is this the future of the SUV? Well, the company behind it, XPeng AeroHT, they're not just wondering, they're betting on it. And they built something that could seriously shake up how we think about getting from A to B.
All right, let's break this down. First up, the core idea, because you really have to wrap your head around this. It's not just a car, and it's not just an aircraft.
It's both. It's two vehicles in one. XPeng has this awesome name for it, the Land Aircraft Carrier. And that's exactly what it is, a modular system. You've got the ground vehicle, and then you have this cool two-seater flying part that just detaches.
So let's meet the Land Aircraft Carrier. You have the mothership and the aircraft. But how does this all work together? How do you create something that's totally new like this?
Okay, so the whole system is basically built around this big six-wheeled beast they call the mothership. And its job is to carry, protect, and even charge the smaller two-seater aircraft. Now, this aircraft is an EVTOL. That just means it's electric, and crucially, it can take off and land straight up and down, kind of like a helicopter, but way quieter.
And this is where that modular idea gets really, really cool. Think about it. The mothership, it's basically a hybrid SUV for 4 people. You drive it with your normal driver's license, no big deal. But then the aircraft. That's a 2-person electric flyer. And for that, yeah, you'll need a special pilot's course. So you've got 2 totally different vehicles, 2 different functions, all packed into one system.
But here's the genius part. On the ground, this thing is surprisingly practical. I mean, look at it. It looks like something out of Blade Runner, right? But it's designed for today. It's got 6-wheel, all-wheel drive. It's about 5.5 meters long, so it actually fits in a standard parking space. And it's totally legal to drive on public roads. Oh, and get this. That hybrid engine isn't just for moving the mothership around. It's a mobile power station that can juice up the aircraft up to 6 times. How smart is that?
All right, the big question, what's this gonna cost? Well, the estimated price for the Chinese market is hovering around $300,000 US. So yeah, we're definitely talking high-end luxury vehicle territory.
Okay, let's talk about how this whole system works. How do you go from road to sky? You've driven out to a nice open spot. Now what? How does this thing actually take flight?
Believe it or not, it's all done with just one click. The whole deployment is completely automated. This is actually a world first for this kind of vehicle separation. The back of the mothership opens up, the aircraft just slides out on its own, the propellers unfold, and boom, it's ready for takeoff. All by itself. It's wild.
And once you're in the air, you've got a couple of ways to fly. If you want to be the pilot, there's a super intuitive single-lever control. It's designed to be really simple. But if you're feeling more like a passenger and just want to soak in the views, just switch it to autonomous mode. You just set a destination, and the aircraft handles everything. The route, the takeoff, the landing, the whole 9 yards.
Someone said, the thing is the brain of the operation, and that just hits the nail on the head. This isn't just some big, dumb drone. It's incredibly smart. It has sensors that are constantly scanning the ground to find the best place to land. It'll literally tell you, hey, this spot isn't great. Let's try over there. It's also got a ton of safety redundancies built in. So if 1 or even 2 propellers fail, it can still fly you safely back to base. That's a huge deal.
But here's the thing. As absolutely mind-blowing as this car is, it's not the real innovation here. The truly game-changing part, the thing that takes this from a cool idea to an actual product you can buy, is happening back at the factory. This is where we go from a cool gadget to a full-blown manufacturing revolution. And that, right there, is why this story is so important right now. Check out this number. 120,000 square meters. That is the massive size of the world's first intelligent factory that's dedicated to mass-producing flying cars. XPeng isn't just tinkering with a prototype in a garage, they've built the whole assembly line. And get a load of these production numbers. They're planning to start with an initial run of 5,000 units a year, and then quickly ramp that up to 10,000. We're not talking about some small boutique operation here. This is gearing up for serious scale. And this is the stat that really blows my mind. The planned assembly speed, when they're running at full steam, one of these incredibly complex aircraft will roll off the production line every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. That just screams serious industrial-level ambition. They want to own this market.
So yeah, with this move, XPeng, and by extension, China, is planting a flag, taking a clear leadership role in this global race for what everyone's calling urban air mobility.
So let's look at the state of play. You've got rivals like Tesla and Aleph Aeronautics who've announced they're working on stuff, but XPeng is already doing trial production runs, they've got almost 5,000 pre-orders in the bag, and a solid delivery date in mind. They've gone from the drawing board to the assembly line, while a lot of the competition is still just talking about it.
And their timeline shows just how fast this is all happening. They're aiming for a big global launch in Dubai in October 2025. Trial production starts just a month after that. And then, mass production and the very first deliveries to customers are slated for 2026. That's really soon.
So, the big takeaway here is pretty simple. The whole idea of personal flying vehicles, it's not a sci-fi dream anymore. It is becoming a reality right now. And what's making it happen isn't just clever engineering, it's the massive commitment to actually building these things at scale.
Which brings us to the final massive question. Are our cities, and are we, ready for the sky to become the new highway? I mean, this technology is moving way faster than a lot of people thought possible. And it brings up these huge questions about, regulations, air traffic control for you and me, infrastructure. It's fundamentally about how we're all going to live and travel in the very near future. The future is definitely arriving. The only question is, are we ready for it?